Recording in progress.
Yes, the river I went to actually it's a dam that
Okay.
was being created by the communist people. So fortunately for me, when I went there, there was this family there who want to do irrigation farming. So
Okay.
they didn't know how to go about getting to the water, use their machines and all that. So I had to step in to help them
Oh.
because the dam is for the community. We used it for that purpose. So they were like, "Who is this person? Who are you?" So it was really, yeah, it was really, but it was a good experience.
Oh, awesome. So, yeah, at the right place, at the right training, at the right academy then. And I'm really glad to hear that. And I think during my own academy in, is it 2020 now? Yeah, I think 2020, 2021. I'm trying to remember. I connected with a tree. I connected with a tree in my house, but then we usually have so many persons, like about 60 persons in the compound and all. And I really got all those weird looks like, okay, what's happening? Why are you suddenly trying to climb a mango tree? I got all those weird looks, but while I was trying to connect with nature, just like the task implied, uh, there was this harmony. I there was this harmony with his environment. There was this synergy. There was that okay. And at some point I could really think, oh, so stop stop deforestation that we've been clamoring. This is what it looks like to embark on afforestation. This is what it looks like to have those trees. So this is what you get from all of it. And I could, in my head, then I could literally start to think, oh, let me just do this next. Let me do this next. And in a way, by connecting with nature, I was also able to foster that harmony. And that is why we're having this today as well. You've connected with nature today, but how do we also sustain it up? And uh, why do we also need to connect with nature? And I will tell you that it's to actually foster that harmony with the environment. And during the course of this presentation, you'll actually get a glimpse of what we are here to do today. Okay, so yeah, it's just briefly what the table content looks like, and okay, so yeah, let's just demonstrate it, and I want the session to be very interactive, so I'll be asking questions. The gardener and the garden. I need someone to tell me who is a gardener and what does he or she does.
Okay, a gardener, according to my own understanding, a gardener is someone that looks after flowers in an environment.
Okay. Look after flowers. Look after in what way? Like match the flowers. What do they do?
Okay, water the flowers, weed it if there are bushes surrounding it, take care of it, like arrange it, trim the flowers.
Yeah, exactly. So a gardener nurtures the garden. They take good care of the garden. And just the way a gardener nurtures the garden, let us also let us also link it up to a man and the planet as well. What is the role of the man? Why does a man need to live in harmony with the planet? Any idea? Okay, I don't want to leave this screen to call our names. Okay.
I think one reason is that because it's the only place that a man have.
Okay. Azizat, do you want to add something? Now, unmute your mic, please. No, you are muted.
Okay, I'll say one of the reason is if a man is not in harmony with the planet, I don't think there'll be peace between the two.
So now, every one of us here, we are on this planet Earth, and that is what we have in common. So we cannot actually dominate because we need the environment. In as much as the environment needs us, we also need the environment. The environment is what is breathing everything. The oxygen we take in, the houses we live in, the offices and workplaces, the sites and everywhere we go, the food we eat, everything is on this planet. So why won't we take care of it? Why are we going to say, oh, no, my ego should surpass this? Oh, I am the executive director in my office and my workplace. Why would I be the one to be watering the flower? Why would I do this? Why would I weed? Why would I that? And that's why we're talking about the let us say no to the dominance of man because the man needs the planet to survive. So this takes us to the ego of man and the ecosystem. You can see from this picture, a man has the tendency to tell you, oh, because I take fish, I take chicken, I take this, I see a snake, I can do this. So we have this, there's this ego that we feel like, oh, they are the ones dominating. And then upon all of this ego, our usual habit is being destructive. You can see our usual habit is pouring all of these trashes in drainage system, and then when it rains, it washes them down into the river. Our usual system is going to the forest or anywhere to just cut down the trees without even attempting to plant any back. So I'm just here to tell you that we need to let go of this ego because it's a false sense of dominion. We do not need this destructive mindset. Why should you actually discard your trash indiscriminately? It is not ideal. You should make proper use of your dustbins and dispose properly because waste that you do not dispose properly now, it's going to places that is going to affect you in the end. There are times now that you see some fishes now and they have microplastics in them. And of course, they have these microplastics because people have dumped their refuse in their drainage systems. The drainage systems have been washed down to the river, and our fishes are now consuming some of this plastics that we've given to them. And at the end of the day, we'll go back to buy these fishes and we consume the microplastic back into our own system. Now look at how the ego of man is also affecting man himself. Regarding deforestation, you know, people cut down land. You know, when we're in school, the usual thing is, as a man, we breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. But the carbon dioxide we are breathing out is being absorbed by the trees, by plants. And then the oxygen we are taking, we are getting it from the plants. That's why if you stay under a tree, wherever there is shade, you can feel the fresh air. You enjoy the ambience because of the shade, because of the plants that are there. They're actually the ones giving you the oxygen, and they're also absorbing the carbon dioxide. Because if this whole place is filled up with carbon dioxide again as man, we will not survive it. So now look at it. The harm our ego is causing. So, and I'm also here to tell you that it is not worth it. We just need to do the right thing at the right time. When you have refuse, dispose them properly. And then as regards deforestation as well. So sometimes it's not just about cutting down the trees. It's not just about saying, oh, I've cut down one log of wood. I'll plant a purple seed now. Over time, it's going to grow. So it's not just about you planting another tree and going away. It's about nurturing. Remember the gardener and his garden. It's about nurturing. If you want to keep a garden and you don't actually nurture it, it probably becomes a forest or a bush even. So it's just like that too. When you have the mindset of planting a tree, you need to also follow up. You need to nurture it. If you need to wet it, if you need to remove weeds, if you need to use if you need to stop exposing it to some germs and termites and all of this. So it's not just about planting the trees. You also need to take the nurturing seriously as well. So, and let's see how the ego of man has been destroying a lot of things in the ecosystem. We can see, and this particular example now even matches what the theme of this academy is all about, Viridi's Innovate, green innovation. So look at this now. Let's take this to be an industry, and their exhausts. We're having this huge amount of fumes coming out of it. Imagine the atmosphere of such location. The people in that community, imagine the air they will be breathing in. Are we going to call that the oxygen they are supposed to breathe in? Of course, this is air pollution already. And this air pollution, I'm sure, is one of those things that will be addressed under the theme of this academy, because yes, this is innovation, because obviously this is an industry, it's an innovative one, and they're trying to come up with things. But look at how do they also address this air pollution? It's a thing. You can see this is a typical city with surrounded by fumes and all. Bush burning. Then look at these pictures as well. The fishes, they're getting suffocated by the plastics, or they also get entrapped in it. Look at this oil spillage as well, where you just release all of this from an industry and then you are releasing it into a river, into a stream. And don't forget that it's either people are consuming this water directly, or this, the way a river flows, or this is flowing into another community. And then they have to, there are some communities that they are not able to filter their water and all of those. So imagine a community consuming this kind of water, drinking it, using it to cook, using it to have their bath. Now tell me, what would be the health situation of the residents of such communities? This is also an example of oil spillage as well. So, and this is where we are saying a man should not dominate. A man should just see himself as one of the living things, living organisms that exist on the planet. So yeah, just like we've also mentioned earlier, the dangers of this ego and our illusion of dominance. At the end of the day, our ego, we over exploit. There are rules to if you want to cut down trees, what should be done and what not. But people will still exploit the situation. They will take down more than they are even going to plant. And when they even plant, are they even ready to nurture these trees? I mean, remember that the plants we are using today gotten from wood, from big trees and all. These big trees did not just come up today. It's not just grow today. It's been effort over the years that now got nurtured over the years, and that now eventually have that solid roots in the ground. So are we also ready to go through that? Are we also ready to make that effort? Are we ready to make the sacrifices? I mean, don't just gather yourselves that you want to go on tree planting exercises. After the tree planting, do you nurture these seedlings that you have planted? And then the health implications as well. I mentioned the health implications earlier when we were talking about the oil spillage, because just take a look at it. If a community drinks such water, what becomes of such community? Then the environmental footprint of an individual as well. And so this environmental footprint also, you get an interesting task about it as you move on in the academy. So yes, we need to move from our ego to eco. Chioma, your hand is raised. Do you want to say something? All right. Need to put down the hand already. So as humans now, we need to move from our ego to eco. We all know what eco is now. So we can see the pictorial representation. We need to stop this illusion of dominance that, oh no, I dominate. I'm here. I'm not like every other living thing. I'm not a fish. I'm not a mosquito, that kind of thing. We need to cohabit with the ecosystem. We need to act like we also belong to this ecosystem. We are also going to take care of it. We are also going to nurture the ecosystem the way it should be. We need to be humble, and we need to respect all forms of life. And this is why fostering harmony is very important, because it is when you respect all forms of life that you can actually champion a sustainable lifestyle. And so I say to every one of us, so let us come together and let us see it like as I am also a part of the ecosystem. I am not, it is not just that because I have more privileges. I don't have that illusion of dominance. I don't feel like, oh no, this should be it. This should be. Let us see ourselves that we are also part of this planet and we should nurture it, because every someone is tampering with our screen. Oguyinka, can you stop that, please? So because everyone, including all of these living things, we all have different parts, different roles that we are contributing to the lifestyle generally. So we need to take care of everything and everyone. So quickly, let's talk about green innovation. Viridian innovate now. Let's just speak to it briefly. I mean, the big idea we are trying to say here is that we need to take care of our environment, the progress and the technology. We need to blend them together such that the environmental care is there as much as we are also advancing, as much as we are advancing, as much as we are progressing, and I mean technologically now, as much as we are going digitally, we need to also make sure that our ideas, what we are trying to design, what we want to build, what we want to do as regards to technology, we need to ensure that it blends well. We need to make sure that we are not just, well, we are being considerate, where we are being innovative as well. Oh, how does this affect the environment? What should be done? How can we improve this as well? If we say we want to empower people by giving this to them, the industry we are using to produce this as well, the exhaust fumes they are having, hope we are not passing it out to the environment of such community. We cannot be helping them and be harming them at the same time. And so this is what the team is also trying to address to us. So quickly, let's talk about circular economy. It's an interesting one where you actually make sense of waste, and you make sense out of waste, and is also one of the major topics. I mean, from upcycling, one of the major topics will be taken. So the circular economy is about you eliminating waste and just keeping use of the. So for instance, now this red one, this is a tire, then that you can use to make a seat, or it could be a stool. You can see this. I mean, when tire get worn out, people change them, so you can repurpose it into this kind of flower vase or something. So for these bags here, and these shoes as well, they were made from sachet, pure water sachet. So I think Planet 3R, yes, Planet 3R. So we have people into this as well. So you can also rethink about production, reproduction, how to upcycle, so that you can reduce your ecological footprint as well. You have a particular bottle, you're not using it again. Oh, what can you repurpose it into? Do you want to use it for something else, or do you want to redesign it into another thing that will even be more beautiful, so that you do not just keep compiling waste? So, and I think this is an interesting course. Like in nature, nothing is wasted, everything is recycled. Because, you know, when you follow recyclers and upcyclers online, they will even make some things out of what you consider waste, and you'll be wowed, like, okay, this is beautiful. And we also have a session, we'll be having a session on upcycling in this academy. And by the time you have such session, I'm sure it's going to be eye-opening, and it's also going to spark that creativity in you. It's going to ignite something in you, such that you will be able to also upcycle a beautiful and creative piece. So your environmental footprint, like I said earlier, it's the measure of the impact of, as human now, your activities. How are they impacting the environment? How are they affecting the environment? What's the amount of natural resources you are consuming? What is the amount of waste you are generating, the pollution you are also causing, and all of these activities. So there's, like I said earlier, there's going to be an interesting GSAT now as regards environmental footprint, and I'm sure you enjoy it as well. So you need to identify all of these things. How does your daily lifestyle, your daily activities, how do they actually affect the environment? So you need to take note of it, reduce what you can, adjust where you should. And so I have a small letter to man. Remember that every action counts. Stay informed, advocate, and act for the environment, and also inspire others to commit to change for a greener planet. So yeah, this is a good place for you. Now, we're saying that every action counts. You should stay informed. By you wanting to stay informed, you are here, you are listening to what we're saying. Advocate. As you're having all of these sessions, you can put it out on your social media. People can read. It will reach out to more audience that way, and people can learn from you as well. And that way, you're also acting for the environment, and you're inspiring others, because I'm sure some of you must have gotten the link to register for this event, maybe from the organization's social media, or from a friend's status, or a friend sent it to you that, oh, take this, you may actually benefit from it. So those people have inspired you. It is time for you to also inspire people now to take action for a greener planet. So advocate for it and be friendly to the environment. And there are what you can just do. You can plant and nurture trees. Do not just plant, please. Ensure that you nurture them. Conserve water. While brushing your teeth, if you do not need the tap running at that moment, do not leave the tap running. Reduce your energy consumption. When you're going out and you do not need the fan and the light bulbs, switch them off. Reduce your plastic waste. If you have a water bottle, you could always use use that instead for your water, instead of buying a bottled water every now and then. The hours of waste management: reduce your waste as much as you can. Refuse if you do not need it. So reuse if you can. Recycle, repurpose. So we want you to also make use of all of this. These are just some tips, and this is also telling you that change begins with all of these small steps, and all these small steps can actually reduce your footprint, because every action counts. So I'm charging you all today to be a conscious leader. Let us keep learning. Let us keep reflecting on our personal responsibility to the planet. I have charged you today to remove that illusion of dominance. Take good care of the environment. Nurture the environment. Take good care of it. See it as you are also part of the ecosystem. You are not here to dominate in the ecosystem. So reflect on this so that you can be conscious of your actions, and this will make you a conscious leader. When you can, conduct impact assessments. We are talking about green technology here. Those ideas, those innovations, assess it very well. How does it actually assess it very well? How does it impact the environment? How does it affect the environment? Because and then from here as well, I charge you to also charge others, inspire others, become advocates for the environment. Your community is your WhatsApp story. Your community is your Instagram page. Your community is your X, your LinkedIn, all of those social media pages. Take charge of them. Use it for championing a green planet as well. So, like I said earlier, this particular session is to call us to action. Let me go back to the theme, green innovation, building innovate again. This is to call us to action, that when we want to design, when we want to build, when you're coming up with any idea, when we want to consume, let us do all of this responsibly and actively think about restoring the planet. Actively think about making sure that the planet is also fine. One of how you say the planet is fine is you are not littering the ground around. I know that it's a subconscious habit now in Nigeria that whenever you take something, you just dispose it. You dispose it just straight away. You finish consuming something, you are in a car, throw it, fling it through the window. So this is one thing that should actually change for you to even be a part of this academy. Let this one thing change as well. Be more conscious, be a conscious leader. It just take some level of consciousness that, oh, this is, I'll make proper use of dustbin. I mean, how nonchalant we can be. Sometimes the dustbin is even right beside you or just in front of you. But we have the habit of just trashing it, disposing it, or discarding it on the floor. So be a conscious leader. Let us make sincere efforts towards adjusting. And I believe I've been able to charge you to foster harmony with nature. So I will just allow Jisam Balkis to handle the Q&A if we have. And thank you so much, everyone, for listening and for joining the session today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, powerful mother. Our powerful Jisam. Thank you so much for that mind-blowing section. Do we have any question to ask our leader? Kindly signify. We have just 2 minutes to do that. Seems like these greenies are hot. They are hot. They don't have any questions to ask.
That's amazing to know.
Wow.
Okay, so let me just hear from them before I leave. Yeah, I would just want 2 persons to speak to what with one female and one male to speak to what we've learned of this
Mr.
session.
Mrama, please pick them randomly. We want to know whether they are actually following the session or true.
Okay.
The questions are coming.
Mayako Taylor, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, I just want to hear from you. Overview of what we've discussed today, please.
Okay. I joined a bit late, but then at least one thing I've gained from what you said is we personally must take charge and try to reduce our own wastage. Little drops make an ocean. So
Yeah.
if at least every single one of us is trying to reduce waste, then as a whole, the waste generated is going to be reduced. So, and then personally, we need to try to advocate. I think as Nigerians, a lot of people don't actually know the benefits of taking care of the environment. They always believe that it's the government that should come, that should do it. But then, even if it was, you see people take like a pet coke or whatever, and they've thrown it out, and they don't realize that this is the same thing that is like blocking our drainages and causing us harm. So if we're able to, talk to people, you don't necessarily need to scold them. They just say, you know what you are doing is actually, can lead to flooding. It's not better you hold on, till you see a dustbin. Little things like that could actually create impact in our community. That's all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mayako. And I actually like one of the points you raised. Imagine going to a local community, or not even a local community. Let's say, okay, let's just assume I'm in a university now, I'm a student, and there is this my friend that behaves irrationally when it comes to taking care of the planet. And I'm trying to talk to the person. I can't just go and tell the person, hey, if you continue to do this, the world is going to collapse. Earthquake is going to happen. This is going to, because the person will be like, okay. So yeah, you can just try to let them know the impact of what they are doing. Oh, you are disposing indiscriminately. What if this ends up in the ocean? What happens? And when all of these water bodies are clogged up, it causes flooding automatically. You just need to give them relatable examples. You need to explain in basic languages to them. And by inspiring them that way, you never can tell. They might also begin to also inspire their own network. So thank you so much for that addition. I particularly enjoyed that. Israel in Yolua, do you have any addition you want to add to it within some 30 seconds? Okay, he's not trying to unmute yet. I'm not sure. Is with us.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening. Who is speaking, please?
Hello, if you are speaking, kindly speak up now. We have little time to spend there.
Okay, I'm not sure the person is here. Yeah, not to take.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
I asked a question earlier about this circular economy. Is it
Okay.
realistic?
Of course, there are
carbon, doing all these kind of things, and seeing how the world is going. There is nothing in place. I feel like people are avoiding this circular economy, and there's not like physical profit or like huge amount of turn up for the all this circular economy stuff.
Okay, so there are actually companies delving into circular economy now, and like I mentioned earlier, there is a session for upcycling where we'll get this. But And then the shoes and bags I showed you earlier, for instance, those are from Planet 3R, and she is producing this for profit. I'll give you another instance. So my background is in engineering, and as regards circular economy, it's a thing of trying to balance engineering with sustainability. I've worked in a place that what we do is we recycle nylons to also produce party packs and all, to produce other kind of nylon. So of course, circular economy is one thing that actually works and that is realistic and that people are actually backing on. Yes. Thank you. So Jisam Balkis, thank you so much for having me. Thank you so
much
much,
for that
Greenie.
wonderful session. We've taken far too much of your time. Thank you
Have a
for indulging
beautiful
us.
time at our academy.
Okay.
Dear
Thank you.
participants,
Yeah,
just
good episode,
enjoy
Ramadan.
the drill.
Now, thank you so much.
Thank
Green
you.
is kindly locomote to the WhatsApp page. We have matters to discuss.